Alright, so I got another competitive breakdown for you guys. This one is from my buddy Loki. He is Diamond 1 at this game at least. And this is him playing Makoa. It is the second most requested character behind Drogos. One thing I noticed right off the bat, he's running Pluck, but he doesn't have a Pluck loadout. It's not optimized for Pluck, I can tell. Like, he doesn't have a full like hook cooldown. Probably want to get a Pluck loadout. That loadout looks like it's for half shield or half shell. Also, who is that sexy Drogos there? Oh damn! Oh, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm gonna treat myself like I'm some other player, though. I'm not gonna refer to myself by name. But anyway, one thing that is like super important. Oh, cool. You got the Fernando off the Ceres. Very, very nice. Stopped his advance right away. He's not going to try that again. And right now, you are like bailing out. Inara is dead. Just keeping yourself in a safe position, trying to stay alive until you can get yourself out and get healed, or until like Inara comes back. Getting kind of low there, but using the shield to get out of there and get yourself healed, which is good. That worked out pretty perfectly. Big thing here, like that I've noticed, you should probably hook Barrack here. Yeah, before Inara dies. Very, very delayed hook usage right there. Like Barrack was alone, you could have hooked him into like your Ceres, and your Drogos would have died right away. Inara might have lived because he would be taking like just point blank damage. Right here, I see Makoas do this a lot. If there are people in your shield shooting you, cancel it and fight them. Just cancel it and fight them. It's better than just sitting there and taking the damage, you know? Alright, so Drogos got the barracks. Right now, you and Inara can easily bully the Fernando. You probably should have gotten out of the fire before hooking that Fernando. You could have hooked him after. It's okay, though. It looks like everything's going to be taken care of. Barrack's back, but, you know, he's a squishy tank, and Drogos is already getting right on him. So he's not going to last very long. He's already at half health. Oh, dang. He is so dead. Oh, there we go. One big thing about Loki is that he's the tippy-tap master. He will tippy-tap his way to play the game. Oh, that sucks. Turning to hook, you know, that's a thing any Makoa should do. But, like, doing it in that specific situation was very unlucky because Fernando, you pulled him into Fernando's ult range. Also, I don't know why you bubbled there. There's no need to bubble there. Better to have the cooldown. Now, that Leanne knew she was dead. Yikes. Speaking of Leanne, you are the counter to Leanne, the only counter on the team. So it's very important that you like try to hook her and like seek her out as much as possible. Because if she's allowed to get free reign, it's going to be very, very, very devastating. I'm right here diving in. You're getting pretty low. I see why you're doing it. You know, you're going to get your ult off, and I always say save ults for point cap, but he would have had 2 minutes to get his ult back, and that's more than enough time, I think, as long as he like lands his hooks. Unfortunately, you know, the ults, you know, you can pull out the anchor, stay the line, you'll still die. That's why, like, I always try to ult at like 2,000 health when I'm getting attacked by multiple people like that. Right now, there's no real need to barrier. You should be hooking that Leanne right there. Like, I see what you're trying to do. I remember he's doing this last night. He was jumping up trying to take shots for me. At Leanne's angle, that wouldn't have worked. It's best to just hook her. You could have hooked her, killed her, and I would have lived anyway. But yeah, yeah. It would have just been better to do that. Yeah, try to, definitely, guys. If you are, like, the direct counter to something, you gotta seek them out. Got to take him out, because like pretty much like this game is decided on like if Leanne's like alive or not, because if she's dead, then me as Drogos, I just like destroy pretty much everything on their team. There's nothing they can do. If Leanne is alive, then I am dead, and then that can't happen. Then Leanne just gets to like get free reign. So it's super important to seek her out and hook her. Super important. Alright, here, this wasn't the best ult. There's only 30 seconds left, it's best to just save the ult for the point cap, because you could use it and you might not even push it in here. So also I'm gonna try and act like I don't know the outcome of this match. I remember it clear as day though. So okay, right here you're using that barrier to get out and get yourself healed. Anara was full health. She could have like taken a lot of the beatdown for a while, like at least long enough for you to get health and then like tag back out with her, you know? There was no real need to stay there. Oh well, oh well. You're fast tracking Cot, very, very good. Very, very good. One thing I want to say about Loki is he's like a relatively new player, only been playing a couple months. He came from Overwatch, so like his mechanical skill is definitely still there. He played a ton of Andro. He got in, I think he's like level 18 or 19 Andro. And then Darkstalker got nerfed and like flanks fell off. Thankfully he was practicing Makoa at the time though, so he had a fallback. Because we all know Andro does not work well in this meta at all. So it was good he had Makoa practice. But as far as like, you know, being like really skilled on characters, and he's not level 20, that spray is wrong, it's bugged. He's level 15 or something. But as far as, you know, being like really good on characters, it's pretty much only those two. Which is, you know, it's good. It's pretty good that he's like this good with two characters when he has only been playing for a little bit. Don't let this gameplay fool you though. It isn't his best Makoa play by far. It's just, you know, showing that even like very experienced players on a character can still like make mistakes and stuff. Like right there, you probably should have hooked Fernando off of Ceres. That way she could have healed you. Because you do kill the Barrack, but you know she dies and you basically delayed your death, right? Because you're gonna die because she's not gonna be able to heal you. There's just no way around that. So you kind of just like staggered yourself there a little bit. Also didn't buy COT 3 there. He had more than enough credits. Just, you know, it's a small thing. Sort of small, not really, I guess not. Get the hook on Tyra. That's like one of their damages out. Tyra isn't really the threat here again though. It's mainly just Leanne. Don't know exactly where Leanne is. Leanne is coming back, so she was dead anyway, so that was a good hook. So don't worry about that. Good hook on Genos. He didn't get pulled, he got hit by the wall, but you still managed to get off the bonus damage and stuff. How long does the bonus damage stay after the hook? Holy crud. Here you're helping me deal some damage to these people. Thankfully I don't die. I don't remember how I got out of that alive. Worm Jets is one hell of a drug. Leanne just dives in, gets herself killed. You did hook her there, very, very good. You probably would have died anyway, but again, still should be hooking her regardless. She did kill Ceres, but you know I had punch, so I could take out the Fernando, and basically, you know, there's no way we're going to really lose this, because you know you and me are still on point. The Tyra is all that's left. Definitely gonna kill them very quickly. I go up to just like zone, keep them off the point, so you can go ahead and cap it. There's no real reason to bubble there though, because I was taking all the damage. Definitely want to save your bubbles, because if you're not taking damage on your bubbles, you're not gonna get any cooldown back. So like holding up a bubble for like the full duration without getting any of the cooldown back is like a waste of a bubble. Because what, it's like 13, 15 second cooldown, something like that. I don't know. Probably should have hooked Leanne there instead of shooting her. Actually, no, wait. You used the hook on somebody else. Okay, never mind. Never mind that. That's me just trying to keep up with everything. You're definitely doing a good job of keeping Fernando off of Ceres, though. You just have to, like, manage that and hooking to Leanne a little bit more. Lex is trying to go for her, but Lex is not really going to do anything to Leanne. Lex is a bad pick here. The map has a good amount of verticality, and, you know, Leanne could pretty much, you know, annihilate Lex. If he has, like, his heroism legendary, he could just, like, slide onto her and, like, freely just, like, spam her, but he doesn't. He has Death Hasten, so there's really nothing he could do. These Ceres ults are really bad. It's something I noticed, that Ceres needs some work. You did keep your ult. Yeah, it was probably best to keep your ult there. There's no way you would have got it back in a minute. The point caps are always more important, guys. Always, always, always. They decide the game. They decide the game. More often than not. That Ceres has Wrecker. I completely forgot about that. Wrecker and Kronos. Never do that as a Ceres ever. Go get morale boost or Cot. If everyone else gets like Cot and Wrecker, then you can just get morale boost from the start. If not, then you should probably just get Cot. If you see your teammates not doing their jobs and buying Cot. That Lex took a bit to get Cot too. I'm not entirely sure who you hooked there. There was like a cluster of people, I couldn't really tell. So I don't know. Unfortunately, your hook did get like caught, like a person got caught in the payload, so that kind of sucks. But again, depending on who you hooked, it might not have been a kill anyway. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. Alright. So at this point, you kind of just like suicided in here, going like into like 3 enemies like that. Like you're taking a lot of fire, and there's no way the bubble's gonna save you now. Yeah, I don't know. That was sort of just like feeding alt charge to any who didn't have it, and Leanne is just feasting. The Leanne is starting to get some momentum going, and that's not something you want with a Leanne. Leanne having free reign is just so dangerous. I don't know if I already said this video, but I've had games where I've been given like free reign and stuff like Willow, Drogos, Leanne, and when that happens, it's basically it's lead. Pretty much lead. If you allow like a damage carry to get free reign, it's over. It's over. You gotta make sure you're pressuring them and stuff like that. And that pressure is definitely like severely like lacking here. The target prioritization is pretty off. Alright, so you got caught 3. Kronos is a good pick, especially since you don't have the full 4-second cooldown reduction card for your hook. And Rejuvenate's never a bad idea for tanks. Alright, you were going to go hook the Tyra, you get Void Gripped and missed it, but again, you should be focusing this Leanne. Leanne kills Lex. Thankfully, I managed to kill Leanne though, so we're in a good spot here. I feel like you just like overpredicted that hook a bit. It takes like a second, like half a second for like Genos' like speed boost to really like kick in, so keep that in mind. I'm trying to hook at Genos. This ult, you get the Tyra, that's pretty good. This ult, it basically what it does is it keeps him alive long enough for everyone to get back to him. God, how long does that pluck bonus damage last? Oh my god. I feel like it should like go away after the first shot. There you try to hook Leanne, but it's a miss. It's very important you land those hooks on her. Very important. You're sort of getting like melted here. I don't know exactly where Inara was. But, yeah, they definitely did a good job of, like, focusing one tank and then the other. And so right now, they might get this back here. There's still, like, a good opportunity, though, if everyone just, like, comes together. Ceres was, like, fighting for her, like, life over there on the right. And you kind of just, like, leave her. Thankfully, somebody else is, like, taking care of the Fernando, and it does force his ult. And Ceres gets off an ult here, but unfortunately there's no one really in position to deal with it. The Ceres' ults are kind of questionable, without a doubt. And again, this Leanne is just, feasting. Lex finally gets a kill on her. That's good. But unfortunately, it's too little too late. The objective is already captured. Game's still far from over, though. You can definitely still, like, defend and, make sure you have ults for the next point and stuff like that. That was really close to being a BS hook. You almost didn't see Tyra at all. Either way, though, that's like a good pick. Lex almost got a really great ult off there, but Leanne, she counters his ult with her ult, and unfortunately missed the hook again. And Leanne is just, wow, what was that? That's a quadra? That's a delayed quadra right there. And this is something that is scary. Scary. I cannot stress how important it is to make sure the hooks are landing. Like, the first half of the game, you weren't hooking her at all, but at least the second half of the game, you're trying to. They just need to, go ahead and land. Again, it would be better if, like, you had something like an Ashe instead of an Nara to help deal with that Leanne, but, like, one Makoa should be more than enough. Like, there's nothing else that, like, demands your immediate attention, unless the Fernando is, like, diving to Ceres, and of course, you're going to want to hook him. And also that Barrack. Oh, that poor Barrack tried the ult and did not go well for him. So you almost have your ult. You're going to want to have it for the next point if at all possible. Obviously, if they like push in and they're about to like, get it in, it is, you kind of like have to pop it. Because the game would end. You don't want that. Good call not rushing the Leanne there. She is somebody you need to take out, but you don't want to like run in, risk your life, not knowing who's behind that like archway there, because of course Fernando did come out, her whole team came out. Another hooked miss. I think that was like kind of like a panic there. You were low health, and it was pretty much like a do or die situation. You know, panic is just something that you don't, I don't know, like, it's something like that's just always there. It's like always there. It's something you can like train to get rid of, but it's pretty much always there. Alright, so yeah, this ult was forced, unfortunately. Fernando did like counter the ult, but you know, it's still good to keep swinging because Makoa's anchor does proc cauterize on people, so that's important that you keep swinging. The Drogos with the sexy triple. Sexy triple. Very, very great. You do hook the Lian. That is good. That is good. The Drogos was probably weak from, oh no, he died anyway to Lian. Oh well. Oh well. It's still good to get her out of the way. Definitely get her out of the way. And see, you got resilience. That Genos has been binding you quite a bit this game. So I understand the pick there. Alright. So there's definitely enough cots to win. I get Ceres with the Wrecker. So wow. So wow. The Ceres' play has been very questionable. Our team is definitely like a disadvantage here, just like the way our comp matches up with theirs. Their only downside is like Tyra, but we have the Lex. The Inara doesn't really need to be there. And the questionable Ceres. Ceres isn't a bad pick. It's the questionable play of the Ceres. So right here, incredibly important that you seek out this Lian right away and hook her. Very, very important. There's just to the left, you hook Tyra. Alright. Alright. Should have hooked the Lian. The Tyra was like no immediate threat to you. You had like a teammate right there on the right with you that could have taken on the Tyra. There was no real threat. And right now the Lian is just feasting. And it's pretty much over right now. Because the Lian is basically getting like a full team wipe here. And yeah, so. Again, I don't want this game to fool you guys. Loki is a very good Makoa. It's just this gameplay is a very good way of showing that if you ignore like one big thing, even though it's just one thing, if you ignore it, it can completely turn the game around. Completely. So if you counter something, guys, make sure you're seeking it out. Like, you don't have to like make it so like you basically delete them the whole match. But make sure, like, when they need to be taken out, they need to be taken out. Like, especially on these point caps. Here, this was very unlucky. I was going to ult the Fernando, and he hooks him and pulls him away from my ult. So I end up punching somebody else. Like, I adjust my flight path, and I, like, punch somebody else. And I get stuck on the corner there, and I end up dying. I might have just died anyway, but, you know, it was, you know, pretty unlucky. I did tell him that I was going to punch it, too, so. Make sure you're listening to callouts if you are lucky enough to duo queue with somebody. Regardless of this match, I am very lucky to have a duo queue partner like Loki. So yeah, you know, biggest mistake there. I don't really need to say it again, but of course, you know, if you counter something, gotta deal with it. Gotta deal with it. But yeah, that's pretty much like the big thing. So there is your guys's like Makoa like breakdown that you have been requesting, and yeah, there hasn't really been any other requests for a specific character. So if you guys want to see a specific character on this series, let me know, and I will work on getting it either from somebody else or from myself. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. I want to thank you all for watching. I very much appreciate it, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.